Happy Form Friday, you guys. Coach Hannah here with Coach Alicia for Fit Body Bootcamp. This week, we are gonna be focusing on the deadlift exercise. So today we are gonna use a kettlebell as our weight, and what we wanna focus on is a hip hinge movement. So again, we are going to be folding and then picking that upper body back up. This is not a squat movement. You should not be moving your butt up and down like you do in a squat. You should keep your knees soft so they're not completely locked back, all right? We just don't want them bending down like a squat. We don't want those quads moving out of place just like that. That would be a squat. So to kind of break this movement down, what are we working? We're working the hamstrings a ton, and we're working the glutes. We have the core stabilizing us so that our back isn't rounding or arching. And then we also have our lats doing a lot of the work in that deadlift pose. So we want to make sure that our shoulders are not pulled forward and we're using our back, because now in this case right here, she's gonna use only her back and not her legs to pick it up. And then she's gonna be out of boot camp for a week or two with a back injury. So what we wanna focus on is pulling the shoulders back, and now the back is straight. We got those lats engaged right about here, all right? And now that's gonna help her in that lift, and she's gonna fold up in half, and her hamstrings are now engaged as well. So it's super, super important to make sure that your chest is up the entire time, you're not rounding forward, and that your lats are involved in this exercise. If your lats are not involved, you're not protecting your core, especially when deadlifting heavy weights, because this is an exercise that is meant to be done pretty heavy. This isn't one of those, 40, 50-pound exercises. This is like 100 pounds plus to really challenge yourself. One other thing I want you guys to focus on is driving up through your heels. If you start coming up only on your toes, that's not gonna do anything good whatsoever for your body. You really wanna dig your heels into the ground, plant them in there, and drive up through them so that you are always staying flat-footed on the ground and you're always looking forward on that deadlift movement. All right, you can do this with a number of different pieces of equipment, just as long as it's like one heavy piece of equipment, or you have like 2 dumbbells and you're doing it like this. If that hurts your back and you're doing the exercise properly, you might just have a weak core, and that's okay because that's common. This exercise does hurt a lot of people's lower back. So what I would say is go into a sumo deadlift. Try it with your feet out a little bit wider. So instead of Alicia's feet being in line with her hips, now they're wide, and now her toes are pointed out to the side. We always want our toes tracking in the same line as our knees. So if Alicia's knees are facing me at this angle, I want her toes facing me at this angle as well. We want the wide stance. Now, even in a sumo squat or a sumo deadlift, you're not gonna be squatting, but you're not doing a full hip hinge like this. You're still gonna stick your butt back behind you, and you're still going to use your hamstrings and drive up through the heels right here. But now we have the weight distributed a little bit more, and now you're gonna feel it a little bit more on your inner thighs right here. How's that one feel?
Oh, yeah.
Do you feel it in your lower back, or are you engaging properly?
Yeah.
Good. So that's how we know that Alicia, we know she's doing it properly. So it's super, super important on these deadlift movements, especially when it comes to like Olympic lifting or power lifting or anything, that you are totally good on form, that your core is engaged, that you are stabilized, and that you are warmed up and ready to go for these types of exercises. We hope you found that helpful. We hope you have a great Form Friday.